Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day today. Let's talk about water culture Phalaenopsis today. I've been asked by several of my subscribers some really good questions about growing phals in water culture that I thought I would go over with today. One of my subscribers, Mia, asked me how old is my oldest phal in water culture and how is it doing? So the one I've had in water culture the longest is Phal Carmen. She's bloomed a lot in water culture, and this is her first primary spike that I have had in water culture. She kept growing secondary spikes, but this spike is her first primary spike. And her root system looks very, very good. She is in this opaque pot. This is where she likes to be. And I learned a lot with this phal about fertilizing and about supplementing with CalMag, which is very important with your water culture orchids especially. And next up, you all know this as my phal, Sandy Beach. This one has the most prolific root system of all of my water culture phals. Just a beautiful root system on this one. Currently, I have 3 Phalaenopsis orchids in water culture, and these I bought them new, brought them home from the store, and converted them immediately to water culture. I had placed several of my older phals in water culture, and that did not work. It worked for a while, and then they just quit growing, and so I converted them back over to media. But as you see, the root system on this one is absolutely beautiful, and I've had this one in water culture for just under 2 years. And Sandy Beach has just done very well. There's a primary spike growing, and there's also a secondary spike growing here. So this one has bloomed really well and has grown really well in water culture. And this is my Phal Blonde Beauty. It is a medium-sized phal, and I bought this one new, brought it home and converted it immediately. And this is the first bloom I've had on it since it's been in water culture for about 1.5 years now. And the root system is very beautiful on this one. This is a dry day on this phal, and the reason why I wanted to make sure that you saw it having a dry day is that that is part of water culture. Full water culture is kind of, for me, a misnomer. I don't leave the roots in water all the time. Let me lift it up out of this. I've got it in a glass jar full of marbles, and you can see the root system. It looks just really, really good. So this one I've had for almost 2 years in water culture. Let me see if I can get that to balance a little bit. There we go. So the root system on this one is absolutely beautiful, and it's done very well. And another good question I've been asked is, will you be converting any new phals over to water culture? The answer to that is, if I find one that is a really good candidate, I might. That is, if I find one that the media comes off of the roots really easily. As you know, if you have a phal and the bark or the moss will not come off the roots, it will just set up a root rot situation, which is not good. So if I find one that all the media comes off of it, and if it's one that I can easily replace, I might convert one in the future. If I do, I'll make a video of it too. And I have so many questions about the water culture method from beginner orchid growers. And I just want to say here that this method of growing is not the easiest one. It takes a lot of time and patience to come up with the right watering routine for your water culture phals. They're all a little bit different, and so it's been a big learning experience for me. I've been growing in water culture now for 2 years, and I've been growing orchids for 16 years. So it does take some time to get to know what type of method you need to use. My water culture method, I give them 2 dry days every week. Actually, that is 1 dry day every 4 days. And I fertilize them once a week, and that is very important to learn how to do, especially for your water culture phals. Okay, the next question is, do I predict any problems with my water culture phals in water culture? No, I really don't. They seem to be growing very well. The roots are growing well. The leaves, they are spiking and they're blooming. I keep a big eye on them. I watch them very closely, and if there's any signs that they're not doing well, I do convert them back to media. But so far, these are going strong, and I just think that pretty much they have picked this growing method. So I put them in water culture, they've done well, and I'm going to leave them there until I see any sign of trouble. But I don't predict any trouble at all. They seem to be growing really well this way. So to end this video, I would really like to hear from you all, my viewers. How long have you been growing in water culture? I'm so curious. Specifically with your phals, how long have you been growing phals in water culture? I'm looking forward to hearing your feedback. And of course, I will keep you posted on my water culture phals and their progress too. So I hope you all are just having a wonderful day and be highly favored, deeply loved, and greatly blessed. And we'll talk to you all next time.